Out of the ashes of copper smelting, the land of the Copper Basin holds a legacy, one of hard work, solid principles, and a profound sense of place. Now is the time to build a new legacy, one of preservation of who we are, what we treasure, and why the Copper Basin is unique. But the heart of this place is its people, a people with many talents, talents that are no longer hidden because of a generous corporate partnership that helped form the Copper Basin Learning Center. This partnership was established through the generous support of Glen Springs Holdings and Occidental Petroleum. The Learning Center started on a roll-around cart, pushed by a part-time coordinator, state-approved arts and education artist Angie Cook. The Learning Center now has a small office within the school and has reached across the school's academic courses via its Arts Across the Curriculum program, although finding a working space is usually a challenge. Enhancing coursework via the arts through visual learning, critical thinking, and creative applications, this program fills the gap left by the lack of funding for arts education in rural communities.
I actually got to do something I would never have gotten to do at Denison. It was when I did my sculpture, and that led me to discover who I truly am. Through art, you can discover who you are. And art is just not painting a picture on an easel. It's also with words, with textures, with sculptures, with any medium. Art is an expression of the soul.
Creating art doesn't just provide me with a beautiful way to express myself and release all of my built-up stress. It's taught me some of the most important virtues that I will hold on to for the rest of my life, which are patience and diligence.
I think essentially one of the big things we can gain is not the fact that you learn something out of a textbook, but you learn how to use what you've learned. Yeah. And that is essential. That is really what makes you successful. If you can change what you have learned into something that will fit here, or will fit there, and will function in several places, that's what you learn. You don't learn it until you can change it and use it for yourself.
The Learning Center also supports after-school clubs, with over a third of all middle and high school students actively participating.
I don't know where I would be if I never went to that first art club meeting. I've grown so much in every direction because of it.
My daughter has benefited greatly from the after-school programs. She has been involved in the Japanese culture, garden club, and I believe these have helped her in many ways. She has been diagnosed with several cognitive delays. Some of those, she has issues with social interaction, and the after-school programs have helped her with this. It has also opened her eyes to many things that she has enjoyed doing and taken on as hobbies that otherwise I feel she may not have been able to do. I just feel it's a very important program, and it's very beneficial to the students and to our community as a whole.
The activities of the Learning Center have also attracted the attention and support of several community volunteers, organizations, and grants, like the State Lottery for Educational After-School Programs.
I can say in 9th grade I would have never thought I'd be actually as open as I am. If it hadn't been for multimedia, if it hadn't been for getting this job at ETC through the school, starting as an internship and becoming a paid internship, half of the stuff that I've learned this year, I would have never learned.
Your continuing support of the Learning Center has helped many students realize career opportunities ranging from engineering to the fine arts. You have allowed the arts, humanities, and technology to flourish in this rural mountain community where they had been missing from the curriculum for generations.
After graduating high school at Copper Basin, I went to East Tennessee State University to study music education. Kind of view that as almost a direct result of the Learning Center program. There I was really inspired to teach children music, to teach people in my hometown, in my area, about their cultural heritage and also their musical heritage. Incorporate that into the many styles I've been exposed to in college. How the Learning Center worked, it really emphasized those ideas really well with what I want to do as an educator.
One thing I've learned is that when you're talking to someone, everyone has one thing that when that subject comes up, it's like there's a different light in their eyes. Something about the tone of their voice changes and they get really passionate about that subject. And I walk down the hallways and I see so many people who they don't have their subject yet. And that's truly a shame because, well, what if it is music? What if it is art? What if it's painting? What if it's writing? What if it's multimedia and they don't know it yet? They need that opportunity to find out because it's the most life-changing thing ever.
Because of your efforts, the Learning Center has also had a direct positive impact on student attendance and retention rates, a climbing graduation rate, and an honorable mention within the school's regional accreditation agency.
Anthony James Garuto. Kayla Yvonne Whitehurst.
As successful as this venture has been, we are striving to keep the Learning Center alive and growing. For an additional investment, equivalent to a few years' support of the Copper Basin Learning Center, Occidental Petroleum can place a permanent marker recognizing the fine work of Glen Springs Holdings here in the Copper Basin community in the form of an arts building, a building that will nurture and sustain the talent in this area for generations to come.
As Miss Angie put it, art teaches you how to see, and it really does. I see things differently now. I appreciate things so much more. And to have our own building, the very thought gets me excited. No more teachers yelling at us for leaving paint in the sink or covering everything up in plastic so we don't get paint everywhere. With our own facility, well, we'd still do that, but it wouldn't be as big of a deal. We could leave the plastic and supplies out and come back to it the next day.
We see how involved we are. Other people in the school see how involved we are. Who we need to show is the community how involved we are. And that is exactly what some sort of performing arts center would do for us. It would let them see and support and show them what we're doing. And all the accomplishments that I'm so proud of and y'all are so proud of, it will let the community be proud of too.
If we have a performing arts center or a legacy center, it will also let the community show us how involved they are or they want to be. Because the community would be able to come in and rent out the center, use the center. You know, there's a lot of organizations in this area, that bands, musicians, maybe even some people who do, plays, other drama-related things that would love to come perform in that performing arts center. That would be a great benefit to this school.
Absolutely.
This bricks and mortar structure will exemplify your corporate approval of the work we've done through this partnership, and will ensure that Occidental Petroleum and Glen Springs Holdings become permanent parts of Copper Basin's legacy.